Good morning. Today is the 9th of January and today is our first trip in 2025 and we are now about to start for Kohima in Nagaland. Obviously we're not going to go straight to Kohima. First pit stop is Kaziranga. So we are going up to Kaziranga today. We're going to stay over and tomorrow we'll push up to Kohima. And I'm ready, all set. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and the bike is all ready, all set. You can see my beauties actually. I have two bikes. One is a Himalayan 450 and the other is a Honda 350. But I'm taking the Himalayan, which is all loaded. So these are my two beauties. So you can see the Himalayan 450 to the left and the Honda 350 to the right. I'm taking the Himalayan today, as I've said, and it's fully loaded. So I have this helmet with my GoPro camera ready. Wow. And this is my tank bag, which is very convenient for small little things which you need very frequently. These are my summer riding gloves and these are the setup. Well, these are my two saddlebags. So these are my two saddlebags. Yeah. So all my luggage is there, and this is the tank bag. Tank bag. I have the warm clothes and the electronics which are necessary. You have so many electronic gadgets nowadays, so you need a separate bag. And of course, I have kept my warm clothes there because I've been needing them. And so this is it. I'm all set to go. My friend, my riding buddy, Rajiv will be waiting for me, and so we'll meet up and push off. Our meeting time is 7:30 in front of Vivanta, so I'm sure he will be there. He's very punctual. Rajiv is known for his punctuality, so I have to be there, otherwise I'll get it from him. So a glimpse of my other bike. This is my beauty, another beauty. This is my Honda 350. It's beautiful, wonderful in the city. This is the city bike. You know, the short distance city traffic jam is wonderful, very powerful. But on the highway, on long routes, this is great. So we are on our way. So we have started, we are on our way. I've just crossed Ullubari flyover, crossing the petrol pump and about to reach the first flyover in Bhangagar. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is not yet out, but the traffic is quite heavy here. I don't know why, because I guess it's a working day. And Rajiv is supposed to wait for me in front of Vivanta. So yeah, so that is the first pit stop. I'm going to meet up with Rajiv at Vivanta. Then we'll push off to, I think we will have breakfast somewhere. NI4 I think is the destination because we always have breakfast there. Then after that, yeah, we'll keep going. Basically we have booked accommodation in Wild Grass. Wild Grass is a very old resort. It was one of the finest resort maybe 20 years back in Assam, in Kaziranga. But nowadays new resorts have come up and Wild Grass has lost its former glory. But then but I love it. It's a heritage place. I've stayed there before. Very old world feeling. You get a very old world feeling out there because it's a very heritage structure, and they serve tea in I don't know what, in silverwares. Yeah, so that is what they say, silverwares. They serve the tea in silverwares, and you know, creates a wonderful old world ambience. I hope Rajiv is in time. Usually that is what happens with Rajiv. Rajiv is very particular about time. So it's 7:28. We're supposed to meet at 7:30. So I would like to be on time because he gets mad if I'm not on time. So with Rajiv, I'm always very careful to be on time. But I have another friend, Dharmendra, who is usually 1 hour late. So if he says he gives the time, so I usually, delay my departure by half an hour. But with Rajiv, there is no nonsense. You have to be there on time. But let's see whether he's on time this time, because I'm going to reach at around maybe 7:29. No, I'm going to reach at around 7:32. 4 minutes. At most 7:35. The time he had given was 7:30. So let's see. Oh, Rajiv is there. He's calling me. He's just arrived. So he's arrived 2 minutes beforehand. So today I'm riding with Rajiv, and Rajiv is an old buddy. We have ridden Ladakh together. So we have done all the trails of Ladakh. We have endured the challenges of Ladakh together. So he's a familiar riding buddy. So there is no apprehension whatsoever riding with him. Very confident with him. You see, when you ride with someone, that person has to be dependable, and you should be able to trust them. And that is the case both with Rajiv and with Deepak, who are my riding buddies. Vivanta is it's a good meeting place, because meeting point rather. It's a good meeting point because everyone is familiar with that, and there are a lot of space outside the hotel where you can park your bike and wait. That guy is running on the wrong side of the road in the middle of heavy city traffic. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. There's a chill in the air, but it's not cold. It's kind of chilly and good feeling. I suppose when the sun is out, then again it will become hot. Not hot exactly, it will be warm. But once we get to the hills, it will be cool. So we are nearing Taj Vivanta, and I'm sure Rajiv will be waiting for me. So it's 7:35, so I'm late by 5 minutes. So this is Vivanta. I think I'll find him just after the flyover. Oh no, he's not there. Oh, he's there. Good morning. Huh? Phone lagi thaka nai Bluetooth.
phone বাজিছে তো মোৰ
কানেক্ট হোৱা নাই
হ্যাঁ কানেক্ট হোৱা নাই
So Rajiv,
hi,
so are you excited?
yeah, excited, बहुत ही excited है
चलो चलो
चले
चलो
40 मिनट रुकना पड़ा
कौन সাতটা 7:30 কৈছা 7:35 huh
42 iPhone 44
7:38
44 iPhone
huh okay let's go so we are off. I met up with Rajiv, and Rajiv is claiming I'm 10 minutes late. I'm claiming I'm 5 minutes late. My watch is showing 7:35. Rajiv's watch is showing 7:45, and he's claiming that iPhone is better than the Himalayan inbuilt watch. So okay, iWatch, yes. Anyway, so he had to wait. We have plenty of time. But Rajiv, the traffic is quite heavy today, no? Huh? Huh. All six were standing at the handsome hunk standing by the bike. Huh? And Rajiv has been working out, and he has a 6 packs now, and he's looking handsome like a college. Okay, he's claiming that he has 4.5 packs, and basically he looks like a college boy. So there's a huge problem, saving him from the girls. তোর কিন্তু পেকিং তামাম হৈছে দেই তোর পেকিংটাও খুব ভালো হয়েছে একদম ধুনীয়াকৈ সেট হৈ গৈছে So we are in Sonapur, about to cross Sonapur, and we are nearing N4, which is our favorite restaurant, Rajiv. Best, very yes, incredible, impeccable toilets, great food, and basically what is the most important thing I like about this restaurant is that everything that is there in the menu is available. They never say this is not available. This is a good thing, no? Otherwise you go to some restaurant, they give you a menu, and when you select something they say that is not available. What the hell? I think they have made it a point to keep everything available which is there on the menu. That is what I like about this place. And toilet is out of the world. It's a great place to have the first stop, na? Have breakfast. Yes. But Dharmendra was telling me they had opened a non-veg place also somewhere in the vicinity. Lot of oranges, huh? Winter has come, and when winter comes there would be a lot of oranges in the food stall. Acha, they've come from Bhutan, na? Acha, Bhutan is famous for oranges, huh? Is it? But Sonapur also has orange orchards. Because I have been to a orchard in Sonapur where they had oranges. We went for a picnic actually. So we plucked oranges from the trees and had. It was lovely. Plucking oranges and eating them is great, no? And that is a different feeling altogether. It's a beautiful, beautiful nursery, yes. In fact, there are a lot of nurseries in this route. 6-7 nurseries, huge nurseries are there. So, yeah, we are nearing NI4, which is the out-of-the-world vegetarian restaurant, but suddenly it looks like it's going to be very crowded, yes. I hope we get a seat somewhere. I'm sure we'll get. So this is NI4 restaurant. So we have reached. So we have ordered. My medu vada has come. Yes. Oh, it will be summer language. So we are going to have medu vada. No, we are going to share this. And this dohi is for the aloo paratha. These people are nice. No? Whatever we ask for, they are giving. They are also. Not petty. No? I mean, these people are not petty. So we are having medu vada and aloo paratha is to follow, right? Then puri sabji. We are going to go. Here comes Rajiv's aloo paratha. Okay, so we are about to proceed. Just finished breakfast. Really hogged on the breakfast. So now we are on our way. Next destination is of course Kaziranga. Chalo. So next destination is Kaziranga, and we really hogged during breakfast. We ordered aloo paratha with curds, we ordered puri sabji, and we ordered medu vada. We shared all the items together, so we had a taste of everything. The puri sabji was a little disappointing, Rajiv. The sabji was very disappointing. The sabji was disappointing, but puri was okay. Aloo paratha was great with the dahi, and medu vada was out of the world. Huh? And one thing I've noticed about this restaurant, they are not petty. So whenever we ask for extra chutney, extra sambar, because two person were eating, they are always obliged. This is something which I like. Because some restaurants are so petty about serving, extra curry or sabji or whatever. This is not the case in NI4. We are just exiting Zagirot, and just beyond the flyover, you will reach the Zagirot paper mill. The former Zagirot paper mill that has closed down because it became a sick unit. Now that real estate has been taken over by Tata Group, and they are going to establish a semiconductor factory here. High tech semiconductor factory. In fact, this would be only the third semiconductor factory in India. So this is the plot. That is where construction is going on. In fact, they are supposed to commission this by the end of next year. Yes. So massive construction is going on. These were previously part of Zagirot paper mill. Now it has been dismantled. The entire setup has been dismantled. Now basically Now they are basically going to build a semiconductor factory. This semiconductor factory would be, as I've said, it would be the third semiconductor unit in India, and this calls for massive investment, and obviously it is high technology. In fact, semiconductor industry is an industry where India has always lagged behind. We never had a semiconductor factory. The entire factory was dominated by Taiwan Semiconductor Company, TMC, and of course Samsung in Korea. So they had the monopoly of semiconductor chips. Now hopefully India is going to catch up. China is making a lot of investment, doing a lot of research in semiconductor. In fact, Xiaomi has apparently managed to develop a semiconductor which is below 1.5 I think below 3 nanometer, which is incredible. Which is a feat by itself. If India manages to make semiconductor chip less than 10 nanometer, that would be a great start. This is the third semiconductor factory in India. The other two obviously are in Gujarat. But semiconductor is coming in a big way because that is the industry for the future, forward-looking industry. So I think there's going to be a lot more semiconductor industries in India over time to come. It's a beautiful, beautiful road. The scenery is very nice. There's forest to the right. So next major town will be Nagaon, which we are going to bypass anyway. After Nagaon, we'll get to Jokhalabandha, where I suppose we'll have a cup of tea. Then obviously next stop will be Kaziranga, the national park, the famous national park, famous for the one-horn rhinoceros. So we are on our way to Nagaon, and not exactly Nagaon, we'll take the bypass. We are nearing that. We are about to reach this place which is famous for fishery. What is it called? Rajiv, what is that place called? Fishery place? So not Moregaon. Then so there is a place which is famous for fishery. I forgot the name, but it's right at the tip of my tongue, but still. Then after that we'll get to the bypass. So if you turn left you get to Nagaon, and if you turn right you get the super highway, which is a bypass which will take you to Kaziranga. It's a beautiful road, 4x4. It's a 4-lane road, not much traffic. The sun is out, so it feels nice and comfortable. It will be another 2-3 hours to Kaziranga, no, Rajiv? 3 hours. We'll have a cup of tea in Jokhalabandha, I suppose. Roha. Not Roha. What is that place called? Is it? Oh, so I didn't know that. Because you can go, I have been to Morigaon via the Jagi Road route. Jagi Road left. Okay. Lot of handicrafts which have been put up for sale. Locally made handicrafts. So these are very nice handicrafts which have been put up. And this place is famous for coconut butter. So there you will find a large number of stalls selling coconut butter. I suppose it is not very popular during the winter, but in summer they sell like hotcakes. More stalls coming up selling handicrafts and coconut butter. So we are over the newly constructed flyover over Roha. This was under construction for a long time. So there was a lot of traffic jams below. Now because now it's ready, it's great now. You can just fly over the Roha town. বাইকখন দেখিছা নাই কিমানখন গাড়ী লৈ গৈছে পইচা বচাবলৈ দেখিছা নে কেইখন গাড়ী লৈ গৈছে We just crossed the Nagaon bypass. We have taken the bypass rather. Had we gone left hand side, then we would have got to Nagaon. When the bypass was new, we really used to speed in this bypass. Now it has become old. The road is not as good as it was earlier. So you have to be careful. Earlier we used to really speed. Once I was in my car, I think it was a Fiat Palio, and I actually, stood on my accelerator, and I wanted to find out how fast it goes, and it was going at around 140, and suddenly what happened? The back tire, one of the left back tire bursted, and basically the car was skidding, and I really had to, very lightly brake and bring the car to a standstill. It was skidding, it nearly skidded 100 meters. I'm sure had it been a front wheel, we would have been dead. It would have, carted right out of the road somewhere into the field. Luckily, the rear tire bursted, so I was able to bring it to a standstill. Although it took me around 100 meters, pressing the brake very lightly. So since that day, I have stopped trying to find out how fast a car goes or how. So we are very close to Kaziranga National Park. We are coming to a small hill. It's called Bura Pahar. Translated, it means old hill or old mountain. So it's a very ancient mountain, and basically once you cross that, you get to Kaziranga. These are the periphery of Kaziranga National Park. So these are all forested area, reserve forest. So technically these are also part of Kaziranga, but the core of Kaziranga would be up ahead after you cross Bura Pahar. Now in this area, basically, while because the road passes right through the park, so the traffic is highly regulated, and you cannot travel at a speed more than 40 kilometers per hour, and in some areas it can't be more than 20 kilometers per hour. So it's a 2-lane road because of the Kaziranga National Park. They can't make it 4-lane, so the traffic is very heavy and it's kind of slow. That's fine with us because anyway there's a speed limit, because of which we can't go fast enough. So these are animal corridor. You'll come across animal corridors frequently, because on the left hand side you have the Kaziranga National Park, and to the left you have Kaziranga, and to the right you have the Karbi Anglong Hills. So what happens is during winter the animals basically stray to the Kaziranga Park, because the Brahmaputra water recedes and the entire grassland is exposed and there is lush green vegetation. But during the rainy season, when the monsoon starts, the entire national park is flooded, and the animals have no choice but to migrate to the Karbi Hills. So while doing that, they have to cross this road. So the authorities have designated animal corridors at different stretches of the highway, and because of which the traffic is highly regulated. So if you are lucky, we might run into elephants or rhinoceros or whatever. And incredibly, inside the park also there are habitats. There are human habitats. People have huts. They stay there and coexist with the animals. Not right in the middle of the park, but in the periphery of the park there are many established villages, and these villages have been there for a long time, and they had learned to coexist with the animals. So there's a large number of resorts in Kaziranga because so earlier accommodation was an issue, but nowadays there's no problem, because there are so many resorts, there are so many homestays, so that is not an issue. It's a beautiful environment, beautiful ambience. The landscape is dotted by tea gardens, forested areas, plains, grasslands, so there's a lot of diversity here. Now we have come across a stretch which is covered by tea garden. So this is Bura Pahar. So we have started from Bura Pahar. This is one of the oldest hill, motorable hill in Assam. This is what connects Nagaon district with Bokaghat district, and after you cross you get to Kaziranga. To the left, technically it is Kaziranga, but the core park starts after you cross Bura Pahar. Here the viewpoint is not a ফটো চটো তুলিম। So we'll stop at a viewpoint up ahead where we will get to see some rhinoceros or elephants or buffaloes. हाँ थोड़ा रुकेगा। थोड़ा खाना दीवाने को। So we are on our way to Kaziranga. So this is our first day of our winter trip to Kohima. So we have reached Kaziranga and we are in a elephant viewpoint right on top of Burra Pahar. Although it's a viewpoint, I can't see anything. But let me show you the vast expanses of Kaziranga. These are the vast expanses of Kaziranga. Can't see any elephant or rhinoceros right now, but maybe we'll find them later. There are monkeys, of course. So we have started again. Stopped at the elephant viewpoint, although there were no elephant to be seen. But the break was nice. Break was very welcome. Rajiv has gone ahead. I have to catch up with him. So this is Kaziranga National Park. So you can see the grassland to the left. Can't see any animals right now from the road. There could be. After every 10 meters there is designated animal corridor. So because of which you can ride fast. We are in Winegrass Heritage Resort. It's a very old resort. It's lovely out here. You can see the cabin we are staying at the back. It's a bungalow, not a cabin. So we are going towards the dining hall, and apparently there's a machan where we can have a few drinks. Then we'll have lunch. Rajiv is walking in front of me. And Rajiv is in a hurry because he has the drinks and he can't wait.
Only for the drinks, right?
He's only for the drinks.
Yeah, only for the drinks.
Yes.
But Nisar has some other agenda, I guess. So that's
Might have other agenda. I don't know.
If you can turn the camera, then you will understand the reason behind it.
So we are in Winegrass. We're in Winegrass and it's wonderful here. I'm sitting with Rajiv, my biking buddy, and we're waiting for our peanuts to arrive.
Why only peanuts?
And of course, chicken and rice. And we got beer, right? We got premium
the
beer.
options are there.
So how was the ride, Rajiv?
It's good, yeah, very smooth.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Weather was perfect. Huh?
We have there was no hurry in this ride.
And when we started, it was chilly. And I was not wearing my thermal. Then I realized that it was cool. I mean, I was being silly. And you told me to wear it, na?
Correct.
And it was a good decision. The case to কি রাইডটো খুব সুন্দৰ ৰাইড নহয় জানো কিন্তু প্ৰব্লেমটো কি আমাৰ স্যাৰ বেছিভাগটো আমি 4 লেন পাইছোঁ
4 লেন ম্যাক্সিমাম 4 লেন আমি 4 পৰা পাইছোঁ 2 লেন আমি 4 পৰা পালোঁ বাৰু
কাজিৰঙা বোকাখাটৰ জখলা বান্ধাৰ পৰা
খোলা বন্ধাৰ পৰা পাইছোঁ
গোটেই ৰাস্তা 4 লেন কনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যন গোটেই কমপ্লিট হৈ গ'ল হা
ভালে হৈছে বাট এই আৰু 2 লেনত তেতিয়াও ভালে চলাইছে বিকজ পিপল আৰ মানে sensitive to the traffic and moreover our Kaziranga stretch to we cannot go above 40 and that is ekita ase yator check people
but it gets tiresome iman কম স্পিডত চলা নহয় কোনো উপায় নাই we have to do it for the animals we have to do it for the animals কিন্তু hey 4 lanes are very risky কিন্তু না হঠাৎ কথা নাই বটনা people just
so
jump
many casualties are going on happening people are not
wrong side of the road na they
just taking corrective measures
they can go forward take a u-turn and come back no they will not do that they will risk their life and limb to save a few minutes and a few rupees of petrol huh? but ठीक है the government should do something na if the police is strict they'll stop doing it no and it's not something not to be taken lightly people die because of it na no jano manu more etu karone
I know consciousness na actually ki na jana manu tumi ki buja manu
নাজানা মানুহ
how do hui thaka manu tumi uthabo nora so same thing applies there
so we are about to have lunch in Wildgrass restaurant and Rajiv is sitting in front of me and the table has been laid out we are waiting for our food this is a beautiful ambience very old world ambience here there's I think French windows so it's a very old establishment so beautiful ambience there's sitting areas there are running rooms and outside there's a badminton court outside so we're right in the middle of Kaziranga is just on the other side of the road so this is in a village in Kaziranga they've got a huge property very old world feel old world ambience this place has. So the table has been set for us. Tables are laid out in the veranda also. You can sit here and have a cup of tea in the evening. We have a drink in that shed. It's a machan. We are staying on the other side of the compound. It's a double-storied building. Food has arrived. So this is our lunch, very nicely laid out. So it's rice, chicken curry, dal, sabji, bogori achar, and mixed pickles, and nimbu and onions of course, and salt.